We're back for chapter 3 of Harry Potter and the School of Prayer and Miracles. I'll read the author's notes this time, and then you can read it again. I think this is going to be like a back and forth thing, honestly. Author's note. Hello, friends. I've struggled a lot about whether or not to keep going with this story. But, with a lot of prayer, my husband and I decided it is the right thing to do. We want our little ones to have good Christian literature to read. Then try Narnia. Or Lord of the Rings.
I feel so sorry for those children.
We want our little ones to have good Christian literature to read. And in this modern world, sometimes that can be hard to come by.
Are you saying that most people aren't Christians? Because I'm pretty sure most people in that write books are Christians. Just saying.
I think she means that she wants every single message to be a Christian message for their kids. But if you want good Christian literature, have it proofread at least before you decide to publish it anywhere, including cheap fan fiction sites. Okay? So I'll just have to make do. This is definitely making do because there's no way this would... I wouldn't let my own child read this if I ever had kids.
Pleased to meet you, Reverend Dumbledore, Harry replied enthusiastically and got to his feet, which I'm sure he was on the ground, you see.
Remember he was kneeling when they...
Oh, right.
He was... Last time we ended off that they kneeled on the ground and prayed this almighty prayer for Lord take us to Hogwarts, and then poof. Also another thing is because of the fact that everyone, including Rowling herself, says that Dumbledore is gay, they gave him a wife.
Yep, that sounds about right.
So let's get to it.
Yay! This sure is a beautiful place you have here. The Reverend beamed. People keep beaming in this. They keep beaming. So like, do they just have laser? Do all Christians have laser eyes in this world? Is that why? they're beaming like just lasers, or?
They're beaming as much as Harry queries about things.
True. Why, thank you, little one. His voice had a distinctive southern twang to it.
What was that? Distinctive southern twang. That reminds me of a cheap short film I made in grade 6 with my youth group called Twang.
It comes naturally, that's why.
Yes, because you're the improv master.
I'm not an improv master, but I am close enough for this. I'm not anywhere close enough to it, but I will pretend that I am. Dumbledore shot his head sadly. Oh no, sorry, did I miss something? The poor little one was being raised... No, Thank you, little one. His voice was singing its own twang to it that made Harry feel so safe and welcome. He knew in that moment that the Reverend was a man of God. This poor little one was being raised in a terrible situation, after all. He was... atheist. That's the only thing that was bad in this specific thing.
What does it say?
Like he says, this poor woman was raised in a terrible situation, and I'm just trying to think of an example of how it was terrible. Besides the whole like remove the atheist thing, and really there wasn't anything wrong with his situation. It's not like
he just had an unfortunate situation. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are going to be sad if their parents died. That's the way of life.
And besides, his parents died when he was a baby, so he wouldn't even like. So he'd be disappointed. He might be depressed, but he's not going to. It isn't going to be a horrible, terrible situation because his parents died and he doesn't remember them even. But
he's missing the fatherly figure in his life, and of course, it's not even going to be Hagrid or Dumbledore that feels that's going to be the Lord.
Of course it will be because I'm just going to continue. Because I want to get through this. This is yeah. So then, this poor little one is being raised in a terrible situation, Hagrid declared concernedly. He was watched by a babysitter every second of the day. His aunt saw him as a part of her life, her perfect life package, like the big house, the fancy career, and the speedy car. So being watched by a babysitter apparently is bad. At the situation, he was not being watched by a babysitter at that point in time.
Maybe it was Saturday.
So, I don't...
Maybe it was Sunday, because they weren't at church on Sunday.
Maybe it was Sunday, because they have to be at home on Sundays, you understand. Dumbledore shook his head sadly. Too bad no one told her. Parenting should be about the child, not the parents. That's why it is called parenting.
What?
It's about the child. That's what it's called, parenting. So doesn't that imply that it's about the parents? Because it's called parenting. So wouldn't it be, if you're going to state it like that in that specific logic? That doesn't.
There's so much wrong with this.
Hagrid nodded wisely. Dumbledore turned to Harry and announced authoritatively, "Now, you can start your class tomorrow morning. Today, you can get settled into your dormitory. But first, why don't you eat dinner? Oh, why don't you eat dinner with your family and me? Aww. I was so ready to make that interesting. It just, why don't you eat dinner with my family and me? I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in this." Really? Oh, sorry. Really? Harry gasped excitedly. "We never had a family dinner before because they were atheists. And as you know, all atheists don't eat dinner together. They all, like, have these little corners in this dark, damp spaces where they all chew on, I don't know if there's any food that's stereotypically atheist. If there is one, they chew on that."
Well, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. Harry's about to sit down for his first meal and have his first prayer over dinner.
I'm moved.
So touching.
It's so... I mean...
So touching,
I mean,
isn't it?
I know. I mean, Harry lived under a literal rock, apparently, because he never once went outside to hear about Christianity.
And
like,
for the sounds of things, it sounds like he didn't even go to school.
Yeah, apparently. No. Therefore, why don't you come with us then? Dumbledore cried kindly, and then got down on his knees. Everyone else did the same, raising their large, massive, manly hands up to the heaven. Why are all their hands manly? Like,
I think his wife would be a bit offended by that.
I see. So are they all secretly? I am just wondering because I keep hearing the words manly in these things. So like, I almost
all I know is that Crystal said this thing was very sexist, so I don't know.
Dumbledore bellowed in a voice even louder than Hagrid's before. "Lord, please take us to the kitchen!" That was bad. That was bad. I apologize.
The kitchen!
That was bad. I wonder if it's specifically because that was bad. Let me see. "Lord, please take us to the kitchen!" No, that was bad too. That was bad too. I can't do this. I can't. I am sorry. I am sorry to everyone who had to listen to that.
Dear Lord, take us to the kitchen!
Yeah, that's better. The last part wasn't quite right.
Take us to the kitchen! That was so stupid.
Kitchen! More like kitchen! I'm trying to. I can't do it.
So like kitchen.
Like it needs like a certain like thing. Yeah, like the. Dear Lord, please take us to the kitchen. I don't.
Would a Gandalf impression help you better with that?
Yeah, that was terrible.
I edited that out.
Yeah, make sure to cut that. But then make sure to add the part in the end where we say make sure to cut that so they don't know what we cut.
I feel like there's been so much of that. I feel like we're just gonna make that a separate video once this whole thing's over with.
Yeah. "Lord, please take us to the kitchen." Suddenly, they all found themselves in a tasteful, decorated kitchen. Wow. Well, it is tasteful, I'm assuming. "Wow," Harry shouted in awe. He was still getting used to the power of prayer. "Somewhere we can take the wonderful things the Lord gave us for granted, and it takes a newcomer to the fold for us to understand how blessed we are. That is amazing." Or that was amazing, sorry.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Well, a couple of them. First of all, when they teleport, is it like just poof or is it like those stupid things where it's like we get turned into like this massive ball of energy that just floats our way gracefully through the air until we reach that place and then poof, we're all back to normal?
I'm assuming it's just teleport, like just poof to the new location because God.
And also, how are the houses divided? Because honestly, from the way that this is working out, this sounds like everything's gonna be like finding your spiritual gift or something. Isn't chapter 4 Sorting Hat? We'll find out later.
Probably, we'll find out shortly. Hagrid smiled knowingly. "God is an amazing guy." "He sure is," the Reverend's wife chuckled before getting down on her knees and raising her hands upward. "Dear Lord, please set the table with the sky blue cloth and the Sunday day." Yeah, this is Bible. This is where Bible gets powers from. Yeah. Apparently wizards have the power, or no, not wizards, Christians in this world have the power to make anything they want happen by asking God to do it. Apparently God is their manservant.
And even then, that's not how Christianity is supposed to work. And even then, this literally just sounds like God is literally the Force to their Jedi.
Well, you know...
Like, God, make it happen. Whew.
Well, you know, God gets bored too sometimes, and sometimes he notices that somebody's table isn't set.
Okay, back to
Yeah.
God probably setting the table.
Dear Lord, please set the table with the sky blue cloth and the Sunday dishes. Please give us biscuits fried golden brown in gravy, creamy mashed potatoes. My great aunt Eleanor's corn casserole. Did her aunt ever cook? Because was she a muggle or an atheist or something? And God gives it to you. How would you know?
Atheists are the muggles.
How would you know if how would she make food if she just called God to do it all the time? Just anyways, corn on the cob, slathered with butter, and for dessert, some chocolate raspberry cookies. All of these things appeared on the table exactly as the Reverend's wife had asked for them. Masterfully prepared and delicious smelling, Harry's mouth dropped open. Truly, this woman was a real Proverbs 31 wife. Hermione, the Reverend summoned loudly. Dinner time. Apparently she wasn't raised by atheists. Because in the original, Hermione was raised by muggles. So, this one I'm assuming that, I'm guessing Hermione wasn't raised by atheists. Because apparently Hermione is a part of the Reverend's family. Ah! That's right, Dumbledore apparently isn't ancient, or either that, or he had a kid really young at like the age 900.
Had a kid really young at age 900.
Like this. Like, Hermione is like, at this point, like, what, 10? And the Reverend is like, and Dumbledore is like 900 or something like that in the Harry Potter novels.
It's just the that you said he had a kid really young, implying that he was young at age like 90, like 900.
I am sorry if my grammar isn't impeccable.
Oh gosh.
Hermione, dinner time. Immediately, with cheerful obedience, an 11-year-old girl in pretty pink dress with a matching bow came down the stairs. She ran over to her father and gave him the winning smile that daughters have. Welcome home, Daddy, she smiled and then turned to his wife. Can I help at all the dinner, Mommy? Or can I help at all the dinner? Can I? This is me. This is me. This is not the author. Do not think this is the author right now. This is me doing this, and I apologize greatly for this.
I actually thought that was the author, and you were just like, what the heck is this?
No, this is me being stupid. I apologize, but that's me. Can I help at all with the dinner, Mommy? It is all prepared, thanks be to God, her mother retorted gracefully. Hermione nodded knowingly. Hermione, I'd like you to meet Harry Potter. He is our newest student at Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. Dumbledore introduced... I can't pronounce that word, so we're just gonna skip it.
Let me see.
It's like Megan, and...
Where is it?
Right here.
Magnamin... Very generous or forgiving, especially towards a rival or someone less powerful than oneself.
And can we get a description?
Magnanimous.
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 Okay, then I'll just read the sentence now. Hermione, I'd like you to meet Harry Potter, our newest student at Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles, Dumbledore introduced magnanimously. Harry, I would like to see you meet Hermione Granger, my beloved daughter, says the 800-year-old man.
Also, his last name's Dumbledore.
Yeah, actually, wait, his last name's Dumbledore. Like, Albus Dumbledore and Hermione Granger, and the other one is Minerva. What was her name? I forget her name. Minerva was. I know her name is not Granger. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. I apologize to all the Harry Potter fans out there. But
So Emmy, he's talking to you.
Can you see? Pleased to meet you, Hermione responded with a shy grin. Harry could barely respond. This was the most beautiful young woman he had ever come across, so different from all the girls in public school. He went to public school? How did he not see Christianity once in public school?
And why was he with a babysitter all day if he was in public? These guys have a bunch of children that they like secretly adopted, and Hogwarts is one giant homeschool.
You are brilliant.
Also, from the way this is sounding, I'm like paranoid that Harry and Hermione are going to be the thing by the end of this.
Oh, probably. Unless, of course, they want to keep the good Christian values and the kids shouldn't be dating, but you know. That depends on which values they're using.
Also, how long is the story going to take?
True. Let's see. So different from all the girls in public school who were forced on trying to be like the career woman they saw on the Sex in the City. References to Sex in the City for your children. Truly, they are. Truly. Let's
What elementary school is letting kids watch Sex in the City? If one person in my class did not bring a note that said, I am allowed to watch a PG movie, when we were all 13 years old, we would only be allowed to watch G-rated movies.
The good old days. This little one was the picture of innocence and godliness. Now, Dumbledore pronounced genially, let's eat! Wait a second, they didn't pray before they ate.
Oh my gosh.
The blasphemy.
Look, Grace, if you're going to be trying to write good Christian literature to the point that you are literally ruining a classic, like, story session, when I say session, book series for this, then at least have them pray before dinner.
Now, Dumbledore pronounced generally, let's eat. As the holy men, women, and little ones dug into the delicious manna, the Lord, the delicious manna the Lord had granted them. That's just a really weird word to put there. That's just a really weird word to put there.
It is. We're just like, you're like the mama.
The conversation among the adults turned to darker topics. Harry listened intently and he did not understand it. But he was very, oh my god, is the Dark Lord going to be either an atheist or a Satanist?
Or Satan himself. Or a demon.
Ooh.
Actually, I think that demons and Satan are still too dark for this family-friendly piece of literature.
Well, apparently the Sex in the City wasn't too dark, so...
Maybe it wasn't even the schools that was showing it, but it was like Harry's mom watched it. I don't know. Not mom, his aunt, I apologize.
Let me see. Dark days are coming, Hagrid pronounced gravely with around a mouthful of casserole. Evil forces are coming into this world, and the little ones at Hogwarts may be our last resort. Psalms 127:5. Dumbledore referenced solemnly, and the others around the table nodded knowingly. Hogwarts might be the last hope for the forces of good in the world. Author's note, blessings.
It happens like at the end of everything. Yeah. See you next time for chapter 4 of this truly interesting story.
I am truly starting to understand the peace of the world.
Peace out.